Yo, what's up, man? Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Snacks and Raps. I'm your host, Rips, and man, just like usual, today we have another awesome guest in the house, and it's Barlow's Got Bars. So let me jump right into it. What's up, Barlow's?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Chilling, man. You know, over here trying to.
Thank you for having me, Rips. It's a great opportunity to actually meet you for the first time and.
Likewise, man.
With it, snacks and raps.
Snacks and raps, man. You know,
it just reminds me of the munchies, yeah.
Hey, that's exactly what it is, man. It's a little bit of everything, really. You know, like snacks and raps. You know, it's a metaphor. You know, really for like little breadcrumbs, snacks, right?
I get that.
Little morsels, like thoughts for people to like really
Food
chew.
for thought.
Boom, chew on, right? Yeah,
I got
that's perfect. Yeah.
How you doing, man? How's your Friday
I'm doing
going?
good, man. You know, Friday just kind of getting it started, man.
Feel you.
Looking forward to the weekend, man. I kind of want to get out there in nature a little bit, you know.
Again, thank you for having me, bro.
Hey, man. Yeah, no, I appreciate you, man. Definitely, you know, and I appreciate your punctuality, man. Like,
hey, so, my bros. Shout out to the monsters. They'll tell you. I've been definitely trying to work on that.
Hey,
I'm usually the one that's late, so I've been really trying to be on top of it. You know what I mean?
That to me resonates. I was mentioning it earlier.
Yeah.
I think for me that resonates mostly because I'm like, I'm trying to work on that as well. You know.
Yes, sir.
I think some of my mentors be talking about like you got to be there. 30 minutes early is already late. You know, they consider it late sometimes. You know,
sometimes they do. Like. Usually it's like 15 to 30 where I'm like, all right, we're good. It's like you get in the work and be able to have some food before you get into the shift.
That's right. We
got to treat it like that. Once again, we're human, but we gotta step up. You know what I mean?
Right,
we learn through our mistakes. So
that's awesome, man. Let's shift gears a little bit, man.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Kind of landing the plane a little bit for maintenance. But usually most folks, this is probably like their first time, like, tapping into snacks and raps and maybe even like the guests that are coming on. Right.
Yeah,
so, let's cover a little bit of the basics, that like that 101, like who is Barlow's, give us a bit of that background,
For everybody that don't know who I am, my name is Barlow's. Barlow's Got Bars to be exact, because if you break it down, Barlow's Got Bars. It's funny. Everybody always thinks I'm associated. They think I'm a blood or something like that. I'm not.
Right.
I just like
it's LA thinking.
Right. It's breaking down the terminology.
I was gonna ask that. No.
I'm glad you did. I just had to break the ice real quick. No, we good. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? It's all love on my end. But
that's right.
Barlow's himself. Me, I come from Echo Park before obviously the gentrification of what's all going on in LA.
That's right. Speak on it.
Growing up in Echo Park, I was inside by, when the lights went on, the street lights. Because it was dangerous. You know what I mean? Like everything else, it still is, but it's changing. My whole energy as far as who I am is, it's definitely love, and it comes from a place of trying to let people know that we all go through the same struggles. Some people are just better at hiding what their struggles are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm tapping in to the area that I need to be at so I can associate with others and they can understand what I'm going through the art. Of course, that's what the music is, Right. Especially growing up in LA, especially Echo Park at the time. You got banged on all the time. I look like a little fat kid, albondiga con patas, that's what they used to call me and stuff. So, it's a crazy spot to be growing up, but I cherish these moments and it's grown into the person I am. And without music, I wouldn't be here, especially that it's in my blood through my grandfather.
Speak on that a little bit more, man.
So my grandfather grew up in Matanzas, Cuba.
Okay.
And my great-grandfather, Valentin Canet, started their own mambo movement over there, which is how Celia Cruz came about. So my grandfather made music with Celia Cruz, so did my great-grandfather. They were at the beginning of it. And the name of the band is Sonora Matancera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I got a little Cuban in me. I'm Mexican, Nicaraguense, Hondureño. So soy mixteado. You know what I mean?
Got all of Latino right there. That's what's up, man.
I try to get my Spanish in here and there, but, this stuff over here in America, it takes away. I try to keep the culture,
I feel you on that, man, because I think for me it was a conscious decision to pick up English a lot more, right?
Right.
And make that my first language over
Well,
time.
Spanish was my first language, so I'm
That's what I'm saying.
trying to
Same.
tap back into it. Yeah,
Same,
got
you
you,
know?
got you.
'Cause that was like the first. I have vivid memories of first hearing English and understanding it
Right.
for the first time. I was like, "Oh damn!"
It's just the
you know,
Spanish is such a romantic and beautiful
Oh, yeah.
language. So
it
to
is.
relearn it the way I really want to do it, because there's not a lot of Cubans out here too. So when I be around them, it comes out. Boom! It's like you know, and it gets like that.
Just
So
let loose,
yeah. It's learning how
That's what's up, man.
it's learning not to forget where you came from.
That's beautiful, man. That's real talk.
And especially out here, a lot of people forget because, I mean, we live in Hollywood land, as they call it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this facade, and especially with social media and all that good stuff is at the moment, it can get in the way of what you're really here to do on this earth, because we only got one life to live, right? So
that's real talk, man. That's
Yeah.
real talk. Coming back a little bit to the influence that your grandparents had on you, right? On the music side. When did that really start to
fester?
Yeah, for you, you know what I mean? Like, you know that's in your blood, but you kind of just observing it as a kid still, and then you're like, when did you jump in? And
I just always knew music was something, it was going to be big. Like every kid has a dream of like, I'm going to be in the NBA.
Yeah.
But in one of my pictures as a kid, I have like a ball in one hand and I have a like maraca in the other. So there's already a destiny formatted there.
Chosen,
yeah. Like what is what. But to get back to your question, it's the ability for me to remember music. It always stuck. Like I was listening to Tupac and I was like 4 or 5, bro. Like I could remember listening Keep Your Head Up and Dear Mama. Like I remember those lyrics. And for that to stick at a young age, it started developing more and more and more. And like just the jazz part from where my grandfather putting that into the mix with the mambo, because that's jazzy right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of that started sticking, and hip hop was a way of how all that's incorporated, you know, through your African drum. You got your brass from, you know, South America and like these places that's where it's at, that culture, dance hall, Jamaican, you know what I mean? We wouldn't have what it is without that. That's what hip hop is, black and brown united, and what God gave us to give to the universe.
Yeah.
And it's a special gift because I don't know anybody that don't like music. You know what I mean? And if you do, I think you're a weirdo.
Yeah, like what planet are you really from?
Yeah. So as I got a little older, now I'm about to be 30. You know what I mean? Started really getting there when I was like 15, 16, like partying. I was part of party crews in like Northeast LA. You know, that's where I'd be at.
Okay.
And from those experiences being honestly, quote unquote, effed up with the homies, messed up out slits, like the beats were speaking, and homies like, man, I think you sound good if you freestyle one day. And from right there, it kind of started. And that development of having some confidence, but having confidence when you didn't think you had it. And like the groove and the flow is there, the rhythm. And I always felt if you didn't follow the rhythm, it was wrong. So that's where it really started bucking up and festering, you know?
Okay.
High school days, you know what I mean? So to get to where I am now, so what I'm going to get to your next question, because I know you're about to get there.
Okay.
I was honestly afraid, bro, of like what people would think about what I'm about to do. You know what I mean?
I think that's a lot of artists, right?
Yeah, of course. And I'm surrounded by a great chosen few of brothers. Shout out to the Monster Mashup Clan. That's us. You know, you can find us all over the platforms, YouTube, you know, all of it. You can find us there. To have people like that in your corner and push you to your limit, to say, nah, do it again. Like
real, like authentic feedback.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's helped me get to where I am now. I never say I did it alone. It just took me of putting into that to motion, because it's up to me at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
But everybody gives you a road to choose from, in a sense, or what I meant to say is you make your roads from what they told you. You know what I mean?
They kind of point it out, but you still got to go.
Kobe said it best. Everybody's got their own puzzle.
Yeah.
So we got to put the pieces together. And I'm thankful for that. So that's why it took me a little minute to get to where I'm at. Even running the circuit right now, this is only my second solo interview.
That's what's up.
I did the B-side show. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
You know, you already know it's just history. So I'm trying to run it and just bask in the moment because a lot of opportunities like this don't even happen. And for me, I'm even humble for even this. Shout out to you, bro, for even having this platform.
Man,
for brothers like this, you know what I mean? For females like this.
Yeah.
People that just are so artistic and have something to give to the world.
Yep.
You know? I think this is where it starts. You know, a lot of platforms like this.
Definitely, man. That I think it's also like it's a kind of like a mutual thing too, you know, because like it is a platform, but it's like there's so much talent out there. There's so many people out there that have something meaningful to say, have like some dope ass stories that I think for the listeners, right, or for other people who may still be maybe afraid to jump in right? These kind of stories like beef up their confidence a little bit, you know what I mean? Or like give them exactly how maybe those mentors for us were like, yo, this is the roadmap, but you got to find your own way. Here's the route, but that route might be different for you, you know? So
it's always up to you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like you can have people in your ear, you can have people tell you what to do, but you're going to figure it out for yourself. It's just some people got some advice that, man, it's just what we talked about to start it, food for thought.
Yeah.
Like they're giving you that fountain of youth drink. You know what I mean? That food right there on that plate is something you need to digest, and it'll help you articulate for something further in your career.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to figure out not to have no funny business no more, and it's not easy. And like I want to let people know that.
That's facts.
Like it's okay to fail, but don't fall back into the misery and that funk. Like we all go through something. Like
that's some big wisdom right there, man, that you're laying down. How did that because we all have that fear of failure, right? You know, and even sometimes failure itself and be like, damn, that's it, I'm done, counting yourself out kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you learn to get past that or see that as like part of the stumble that we have to take?
I still think I'm going through the stumble. It's not that I even got past it. It's just like I'm taking it one day at a time because one day it could be sunshine and then, you know, I feel like there's a cloud over me. But I have a gift that allows me to express that if it's cloudy. And that musical art starts to formulate.
Yeah.
And just like somebody that doesn't rap, poetry is rap, but maybe somebody that has a journal that they just have to jot for the day, that because nobody can express like how you do to yourself, and makes you, damn, this is what I went through today.
Right.
And like it gives you conscious feedback, not only yourself, like you're dealing with yourself all day. All day. You got to look in the mirror and really,
that's some real
if you
shit,
can't
dude.
keep it real with yourself, how you going to fall in love? How you going to even not even fall in love, but have a relationship with a normal human being?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like be a normal person. Like, you know, tell your homies when they're wrong and give advice. Like it's all about finding a solution at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Cool. The problem's there. How can we move past that without it getting in the way again? Because if you keep repeating the same mistakes and doing the same things over, I mean, you're pretty much insane.
Yeah.
I know we all got a little bit of craziness, but
you
shouldn't be repeating the same things. And at that point, you're not willing to reteach yourself. And us as human beings, we're habitual people.
Yeah.
And it's hard to unbreak that. And through this itself, it's a great way to express your trauma. I encourage people to speak. You know what I mean? I know it's hard. It gets there. You know what I mean?
Researchers talk about how like human beings have certain kind of like fears, or we have like 4 major fears. But the main one that we all share is that fear of public speaking. You know
public speaking is definitely one. I mean, it took me a minute. They tell you to like, what's that one from Drama? You're supposed to think of everybody in their underwear. That's weird as hell, bro. Like, nah.
I'd rather not.
You'd rather look at the top of people's heads and it looks like you're making eye contact.
Word.
You know what I mean? It's difficult, but you got to get in your zone.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. It's hard to not get judged, but when you throw that fear out the window, a lot a lot of these doors open up a lot quicker for you.
Yeah.
You know, instead of your foot getting smashed in the door, you're like, nah, I'm here. Stiff arm.
Right.
So
that's real. Yeah.
It's a growing process, and I encourage everybody to, hey man, trust your process.
Right. Like give yourself permission to be in that.
Yeah,
space,
it's okay.
Right?
It's definitely okay, and I'm telling you right now, it's definitely okay.
Yeah.
Especially as a man, they don't think that we're supposed to express our feelings like this, but I'm totally different. I cry. I have all my emotions. You know,
that's what's up. Hell yeah.
It's not just because I'm a Cancer. I know people are into their zodiac and astrology stuff. No, you got to keep it real. Like,
yeah. You got to put it somewhere, right? Because it's still, even if you don't deal with it, it really
gets
just
in the way.
festers.
It becomes a Cancer.
Yeah.
You know, stress gets in the way, and I know it's not supposed to be easy.
Yeah, that's you hit the nail on the head there. You know, like stress can cause cancer at times.
It definitely does,
or illnesses in the body.
Right, right.
So like that's like super insightful right there. Especially realizing that one, you have a gift, use it, you know, to be able to draw out that poison a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then maybe inspire others to also like build up some of that confidence and get out there and do whatever it is.
Exactly.
That they're called to and stuff, right? Do you recall that first like performance moment for you, and what was that like?
Actually, shout out to my bro Face. I wouldn't have done this without him first and foremost. Nobody wanted to go to New York with him, and this was like prior crew than what we, you know, he's gone through his moments where people have been subbed out per se. I'm just gonna keep it like that.
It's not his first rodeo. He's been out there doing his thing.
So I was just willing to take the leap of faith, man.
Okay.
And like, I didn't have much money, you know, we gonna keep it just tight and civil like that. And like, just people saw the vision. I saw the vision because the man don't quit. The guy keeps pushing forward, and like, I love that about somebody, you know. It kind of starts to get your gears going. Like, damn, how you get like that? So there was this contest that was like, I believe like either an A&R meeting with Atlantic or like a cash prize. I don't remember the amount, but it was like I think about 40, 60 motherfuckers, bro. You know, it was deep. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like line out the door, and everybody from which way? This is New York, you know, at the infamous Pyramid Club down in Lower East Side, Manhattan.
Okay.
This is about like 2012.
Okay, damn.
Like 2012 in the middle like that, and I wasn't expecting to go up there with him. You know, I was like helping him promote, and you know, he had just dropped a project called Black and Brown Volume 2. Shout out to Street Rebirth. You can find him on the west side. My guy got clothing, everything. We'll get into that. So I'm plugging everybody in here.
Hey, no, plug him, man. We'll drop the links in the description.
Yeah,
too,
definitely. So you know, they talked about what we go through in this inner city life. You know, Black and Brown, and what one side of it is and what the other is, and how it can combine to make something so beautiful, right? So I was helping him promote that out there, and long story short, we get on stage, and it's New York, man. It's gritty. It's gritty out there.
Yeah.
He's like, "You gonna get on stage with me?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude! I'll hype you." Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and like, I have been studying. Hyping has always been something I wanted to do, even if I didn't have the levels to rap.
Yeah. During that time, were you already, I mean, besides the hyping and really considering that, were you already like doing emceeing and like?
Nah, I was actually just freestyling and, you know, shooting the shit.
Okay.
Quote
dabbling,
unquote.
right?
Yeah, like dabbling. I had a crew that I was around too, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't this business oriented mindset to push you.
Not that kind of opportunity, right?
It was dope. I mean, you get to freestyle and sometimes whatever, but this was like something this is what this business looks like, and this is what this energy is needed for me right now.
Yeah,
like,
key turning moment.
Just you know, it wasn't like I was like knocking anymore. It was like, okay, I got to see what it was, and the light hit me. I was like, oh, that's what I want. You know, so having my bros back, and also just being at this crowd that was just complete. How can I put this real lightly? It's like I said, it's gritty, but you know those stairs where people don't want to even get to know who you are.
Yeah, they're just kind of like cross arm.
Yeah, like the beat plays and they're
who
like
are
this.
You?
And it gets stiff.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like that's what that was. And my bro played like 2-3 songs, and we had people going a little bit, but you know, and like I said before, I know lyrics, so I'm keyed in and they stick. I know where they're supposed to hit with the rhythm, so that's how me and my homie situation grew to what it was.
Right. Okay.
And ever since then, man, we've been two peas in the pod. It hasn't been easy, and because it's a lot of emotional content. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
It's
dude, I'm gonna get that.
It's a beautiful thing though, because people only see the perfect part about it.
Right, right. Well, we're kind of like spoon fed that a lot, right? And made used to.
Yeah, and it's not that.
Yeah. That's very true.
You gotta tell it for what it is, and like also you don't say too much, but the experience I wouldn't trade it for the world, you know. And that really showed me that damn, you're made for this. Like you have to have this thick skin in this business, man. And I'm a student of it, so I'm learning it day by day. And it does get frustrating. It does want to make you break down. It does. It's not easy, but at the same time, I'm just like, this is what I wanted. You know, I was bred for this. I was born for this. I'm made for this. And like, I'm very fortunate and blessed to be surrounded with like my individuals. We're trying to win a ship.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Cool. We're up 2-1, but how did we finish?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for my bros, especially Face, like I believed in him like he believed in me and set sails. We taking the universe, you know? Thank you, Lord. It's just that's how it works.
And that's I mean, like you said, that takes a lot of like, you know, trial and error kind of thing.
All day.
Right?
You're gonna argue. You're gonna
you're
complain and moan to each other about what's not right and but that's part of making the plan better. That's what happens with the brainstorm and having a solution. You know? Now it's different when somebody don't care. Because I've been through that where I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Like in all honesty, you just have to
or you get lip service, right?
Yeah, you just gotta shut up and like take your licks, because at the end of the day, si vas a comer mierda. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what gets planted right, and that's where flowers come from. Yeah. So it's a give and take, but I love it. I'm here for this. It's not even no talking shit. It's just that's what I try to tell people. It's family. That's what you do with your family. Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah. Because people don't like to admit certain things like that. But it's like, it ain't a perfect thing. We all have our own issues in life that we go through every day. But when we come together, it's monstrous. Right. Baby. It gets fun. No, I bet. It gets spooky out here. So I try to keep it like that. Like I'm telling you, I wouldn't trade it for nothing else, man. It's fun. I love being with my brothers. It's just a great time. It's a great vibe. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
And was that part of, or talk a little bit about that first run that you did with was that like that once you went to New York?
Yeah.
And came back, was that where like, I want more of this?
So this is where this run comes, right? Okay. Me and Face have been, now we on the same.
You saw the limelight. Yeah, and you're like, shit. I want more of this.
Let me push that up there.
Yeah.
We started really getting in the studio. We were doing these freestyles where I was picking some of the beats, he was picking some of the beats. Okay. And we would rap like with our 16s, like famous beats, like how Lil Wayne did his whole DJ drama stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And we started getting our flows together and how to bounce off each other. 2 bars here, 2 bars back and forth, 4 bars, 6 bars, 8 bars. Oh, you got a 16, I got a 16. Maybe like a little 2-bar chorus or hook just to keep the crowd entertained a little bit. Yeah. And we recorded that in his studio. Okay. And that's how kind of, that flow started getting together. Yeah. We had been through some other stuff too prior to New York, you know what I mean? As far as like just getting to know each other and flowing, like me and that guy would challenge each other. Like first time I met him, we went for like an hour. You know what I mean? Like
on some corrupt and Snoop Dogg
yeah,
shit.
yeah, he's no joke to be played with. You know what I mean? I mean, he be painting the pictures. So we had one of those moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a bigger story. I'm gonna have him when you meet him again.
Let's bring him in, man. Let's bring him in.
We'll
get that
get
other half of that story.
But I just want to keep it nice and sweet and juicy.
Perfect, man.
You know, just keep him on a little clip.
This is a sample, man. Yeah, I ain't getting the whole thing, man. You gotta pay for the whole platter.
It's a discount today.
Right, yeah. It's that Friday discount.
Yeah. You get the other one later.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a different day for that discount.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Right. So, that's how Cushion Caffeine came about.
Okay. Cushion Chemtrails?
No. So that's what we have a project.
Cushion Caffeine.
Yeah, Cushion.
Shit. Nice work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how we got that vibe in.
All right.
So kind of build from what New York was into.
That's the seeds right there.
Yeah,
right?
we planted them.
Right.
And, Face is going for this really Latin sound that I haven't heard before, which is now what you hear everywhere.
Yeah, not these days. Not these days at all, man.
Yeah, you know, like
that's real. That's
like
real,
it's
man.
changed to what it is now. Like, damn, that's what it's trying to incorporate again that real Latin jazz sound. The trompetas, a lot of brass, a lot of shakers
to complement like the
the island
percussion.
feel. Yeah, he's from Ecuador. I'm Cuban. My homie Sneaky's Mexican. My homie Sesh is Mexican. So you got a nice little stew. You know, cooking in a pot.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You got a lot of flavor in there. A lot of like just variation of sound too.
And we all come from different backgrounds. I'm gonna get into this. This is how this relates, right?
Okay.
So Sesh and Sneaky come from this reggae, band play, ska, rock and roll feel of music.
Gotcha.
My homie Sesh has a band called The Pride. Shout out to The Pride. They do their cumbia / reggae.
Nice.
Little feel.
Okay.
You know, you catch them out there. They're dope.
Yeah.
And Sneaky, man, that's my brother. Wild guy right there. He's an adventure. You know what I mean? He's dope to be around. He came from the same thing. His big bro used to be in a band where they used to practice, where we practice at now. And to keep that and see how he's kept that alive with himself, with his reggae. He's got his long mane, his dread, you know, he's rocking out. He's incorporated a lot of that into the way he flows too. So they come from that background. And then you got Face that comes from this background of South Central.
Yeah.
Where it's nothing but like killed or be killed. And like as he always says, a young essay, you know what I mean? Growing up in that
That's
in
real,
South
man.
Central is no joke.
No joke, man.
You know, and that you're cool with my morenos and my people of color. Like, we all people of color anyways. Like, what's the big deal?
Right.
You know? And he had to go through that every day. And that politicking and the way he expresses through his poetry, it's a beautiful thing. And then you got me from Echo Park, the way I rap, you know what I mean? Where I just, let me cut them gutter. And like, I'm trying to get my melodies in now, and this is how it just binds and becomes the monster mashup clan. You know, you got Southeast LA, you got South Central, you got Echo Park, and it's just boom, stew.
And then drawing from all the roots that y'all come from. Yeah,
that's how it builds to great music.
Yeah.
So to meet them in their own individual paths, and we're able to connect it together, it's pretty. You know, like I said, it's a blessing. It's pretty sick. I'm gonna go with you. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. No, man, it definitely sounds sick. I mean, and like you said earlier, it's something that because of the musical landscape these days, you're not getting a lot of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're deprived of that kind of like flavor and you know, like sound.
You gotta sound different.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Make yourself unique. Again, there's gonna be times where you're gonna dabble in what the industry creates and what they want, and sometimes you don't even need that.
Yeah,
like you can do that if you want, but you're gonna sound like everybody else that's in that pot.
Right.
So like, why don't you just be completely different?
You might as well bet on yourself, right?
Right.
Just go.
Who's gonna bet on you but yourself at the end of the day?
Yeah.
We're gonna go to sleep forever one day by ourselves. So you might as well bet on you while you're still alive and breathing.
That's true. That's true, man. You know, and I think sometimes going back to some of the stuff around fear, right? We fear what we want, rather than say like you want it more, and it's much more attractive or busting through that fear is even worth going after it, Like,
I don't really quote unquote give a fuck about my vulnerability.
yeah.
I'm human.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could put it. Now there's certain things that you're always gonna, but that you're not gonna show to the world. But when you get to that plane, you'll know it. It's not
Right.
even spoken of. It just happens, and that's the beauty of why I love rapping.
Yeah.
Because it's something to give.
Mm.
It's not just for myself, even though it comes from my own emotions and what I've been going through.
Right.
But a lot of people don't have that to express. So when I say something, and they're like, "Oh, damn, I've been going through that."
Right.
That to me means so much more than me signing an autograph, and doing all this. Like, and there's steps to this. We'll all get there, and I believe in what the higher power has for me.
Facts.
So I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Just how you have this podcast right here, and stepping up to your own plane.
Yeah.
Of what you want to do, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
Again, coming to the show.
Take some effort. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And it's not just the E for it either.
Right, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. No, it's true, man.
But
That's
again,
definitely true.
Thank you, man, for having me. And
Yeah, no doubt, man.
I always got to keep it real. Like at the end of the day, it's being humble. And
yeah.
I think I was made like this for a reason. I got to show people that this is okay to do.
Yeah, that, and I think sometimes too, man, like it being grateful comes with that recognition that like that moment is a gift, and that really like all those doors that open for you or those experiences you get to have, like those are your gifts that life is offering you,
Right.
So like,
it's all up to you.
So like, why not? It's there for the picking. Like, why not? Like it was meant for you, and like how you maneuver through that, then that's more like how you make those memories.
Right. That's what I was telling you earlier about how you formulate your own puzzle.
Right.
And how these roads.
Yeah.
There's 3 options. There's always 3. Yeah. We're talking about numerical equations as far as the universe, 222, 333, because I believe in stuff like that. Yeah. It's just, I believe when I see a certain number, like I'm in that place to be. Like I'm in the right place, I don't know if
what numbers come up for you, man?
47, like my whole tag. Barlow's got bars 47. Happening. You see how I did that?
Okay.
But I just know that it comes from universal sign as far as like history, as far as the Buddhist, early Jerusalem, and all that stuff too. I could get a little deeper, but we'll get into it a little later.
Yeah.
Even the Moors, you know what I mean? It's like it's the elements, the open window. If you cross a 4 and a 7, it creates 4 windows, and like that's your elements. You know what I mean? Earth, wind, fire. Like that's why we get in there. So
yeah.
I just every time I see it, I just know God's with me. People might think I'm crazy, but I don't really care. It is what it is. It's just like I just know I'm in a good space.
Yeah. I'm
supposed to be in that place in time. So it just trips me out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost kind of like that cosmic confirmation. You're like,
always
I'm supposed to be here.
It wasn't that I always try to look for it either. It just happens to be like where I may have a negative thought or something that's gonna cloud my judgment. All of a sudden, I just look over. It might be on a license plate, it might be on a sign.
Okay.
It's just a trip sometimes, and I'm like, never mind. It's not a trip. I'm good. I'm here.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes back to, the microdosing and being able to, you smoke your weed and try to get to your place of just gratitude and loving life.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind of removing those obstacles of like observing life, where it's just not just the 9-to-5 grind or corporate America. There's more to life and to appreciate even, right? Like out there. I think music or even artists, right, of all kinds, dancers, right, writers, poets, producers, right? Like, I think these fools have that like extra sense to kind of tap into that, what's beyond that 9-to-5 type veil, you know what I mean?
I think I'm weird for that.
That's perfect, bro. Honestly,
and people don't get it. It's like, I just don't see me working a normal 9-to-5. Like, I just don't. Like, I'd be up at weird ass hours. Like, I have insomnia. Like more of the creative juices come when the moon is out. Like, I just be one of those guys. Like, it's the trip. People are like, oh, you haven't slept? I'm like, yeah.
Burning
maybe
on 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said. That like a cup of coffee, a couple shots
Right.
of coffee. Like
Yeah.
people just don't get it, and it's not meant for you to get. It's okay, even if I explain it to you. Like,
Right.
do you want to sit there and really listen to what I gotta say?
Right.
Because
Right.
you still won't understand it. How do you do it? It's like, yeah, dude. It can get in the way of your whole, your whole flow of life. But
Yeah.
this is my flow of life. So just because I can't just sit in a cubicle, bro. And
Right.
kudos to y'all too, because that priority of life, having kids, getting married, and having a home,
Mhm.
and then I don't know, you end up having a midlife crisis because you didn't do the things you wanted to do.
Put those on
Yeah,
pause.
you
kind of
should have
thing.
done that later. And I understand that. Life is life. Everybody to each his own, but I'm in a whole different dimension
Yeah.
when it comes to, and I know a lot of people that I'm in with, they understand that. So we're crazy to other people, but we're in a nice little spot. We're all
You're
vacationing
like
together.
to,
And I
to
like
the homies
this.
and me. This is normal.
It is. It just
You know, like,
is.
yeah.
I mean, be up to the wee hours of the morning contemplating what you got to get done and making ideas.
Yeah.
Like there's so much stuff that it's got to get done. It just
Yeah.
and it takes you to do it. It's just a lot,
Yeah.
but it's what like I said, it's what I chose.
Mm. Yeah.
But kudos to people waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning going to work. I'm going to sleep at that time. But
I'm tucking
it's
in
like-
at that time.
or I'm barely leaving. So I
Right,
mean,
right.
that's cool for you too. Like it's just
yeah.
I don't know. It trips me out, It just does. It's one of those things that in my head I'm like I understand, but it's just like damn, that's a trip.
Yeah, no. I mean, like you said, to each their own, right?
Mhm.
But I think if it's working for you and it's like really feeding that like creative process of yours, right? And again, like there's a lot more that gets produced in that space, then
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Like you're not hurting anybody, you're staying up till, you feel comfortable and then
Right.
or feel fulfilled in like the task that you're taking on for the day. And then that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You call it, but I think for artists that's the routine or that's like the typical like mode of operation,
It's
'Cause
it's that discipline.
yeah, and because you have to like feed that like like monster in there of sorts,
Yeah.
because
Thank you for saying that, yeah.
it wants more, you know what I mean? Like so I think that's part of what it sounds like
It
why
definitely
you
is.
stay up so late at times,
I'm definitely falling in love with it again because you fall in and out of that.
That's true. Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't get fun
Mm,
and it feels like just a 9 to 5 and it's like
Right.
that's what I don't want to do, but it's like this is what it is. Like
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of it too, the beauty of
Right,
the
right.
beast.
yeah,
of
oh
it.
man, it's gross.
Like it, but I love for what it is. It's you gotta love what you do.
Yeah.
Like love what you do and the money will come.
Right.
Me and Face met Terry Cruz in the airport on the first trip to New York, and that's what he said to
Trip.
us. So just drop a little jewels, little
Yeah.
gems, because that makes total sense.
It does. I mean, think about it. Yeah. A lot of people who went after what they love doing, they're great at it now. And they get
Yeah.
paid like fucking buku bucks for it, right? Because they just like, well, I kept hearing no over there, but I just kept fucking going. And suddenly the door opens for me and the floor fucking falls out and we're falling on loads of cash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The brain is a very powerful place for you to dictate what you really want to do with
Yeah.
yourself. And if you tell yourself I can't do it, it'll think it.
Then you'll exactly
And-
have
yeah,
that
and-
result.
and-
yeah.
I'm unlearning
Mm.
myself like that. Like how
Yeah.
we're talking about. We're creatures of habit,
Yep.
patience,
Yeah.
discipline. It goes back to where I'm at now, why it took me so long. And I think that's why it happened for me right now to drop Barlito's Way
Okay.
at 29. I've been rapping for so long. Yeah, I couldn't do it by myself because I was afraid the whole time of what people were going to think. And now I'm like, every time somebody hit me up to do something, they're like, do you have any solo stuff? Do you have any solo stuff? I had like one single called Bon Appetit that is still pretty fire.
Okay.
But Kusha Caffeine came about, and then I did stuff with the Monsters, and then now it's like, oh, you got Barlito's Way.
Right.
And it's like, my whole challenge was to do it my own way, and how to do it like that was the whole creative structure of, damn, how are people gonna look at me now?
Right.
But other side of me was like, who gives a flying fuck? Like
That's the side
know?
you should be listening to more.
And that
yeah.
side was like, yeah, say it like this. Say it like this. Do this like that.
Yeah.
This is the beat that you want. And that also in itself is a very scary jump into reality because you're in the driver's seat. When you've been sitting around people kind of autopilot, like you're still holding on to the stick per se, but it's not really you controlling the whole plane. And without that, you can dive and almost hit the ground, or you can keep it afloat and have it a smooth sailing ride. And I figured that out. Shout out to Sesh and my brother Nushan. Shout out to Nushan in the chat right here. I see you, bro. He's got something called The Right One on there. Beautiful track. Oh, I think I found the right one. Shorty by the money, right? I'm a dexterous about hand. She counted right. Wow, it was juicy. It was super tight.
Nice.
And then Sesh has the other 4, but the ability of them working in the way they work, they're totally different categories of how they work too. I mean, different programs.
Yeah.
But the genius in both of them. And
there.
Just seeing it, you know.
Yeah.
And
shines through.
That's why I talk about Sesh. From his band stuff with the Pride to what he's producing and how he did this and just him picking my mind and being able to work with me through those hours is a beautiful process for me too, because I didn't think I had it in me. I was like, oh, you fucking got this, bro.
That's what's up.
And then Nushan sends me a beat package and it's like, I can use the other ones, but this one spoke out to me. You know when something just speak out to you?
Yeah.
And it's just like instant hit classic.
You already got like the whole feeling.
I already had bars
Yeah.
written for me, like in my head when I heard that. Like there was a couple beats Sesh had Tambien, same thing. I was like, oh, this is it. Oh, this is it. Like, and when it starts happening like that for me,
that's the sign, right?
Yeah, it's a whole nother planet. Like, and that's another thing I want to express to people. When you know it when it hits, you know what I mean? Like, you know when it's a hit. You know what you do for yourself on that point too as the artist, and then what it comes over to the average listener, they're like, damn. And when we talk about the span of the brain, a lot of people don't want to listen to something that's not less than a minute 50 to 225, 230. Like, it's very rare that you get a Wu-Tang 9-minute song nowadays. You know,
nowadays
it's not gonna happen.
Those days are over.
So trying to find that, I found it with Barlito's Way and what I wanted to do. I wanted to incorporate more of my little ratchetness, but the bars of it.
Yeah.
Also, the relationship problems I've had with women and how they think I'm too nice, I'm too kind, but like I really just got a heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not.
It's like I ain't no sucker. But like, you know, I'm sorry that I got raised around women and treat them correctly. There's still a lot of us out there like that. You know what I mean? I'm learning from my mistakes.
Yeah.
And it's like in this world, it's like, well, okay, let me tell you then. If I can't teach you, let me tell you, because you're gonna hear it through the speakers.
Yep.
You know what I mean, and if I can't put it down there for you with the bars and like right in front of you, shorty. So let me tell you with music, because the beat's gonna hit.
Yeah, and it's gonna come through.
Yeah, it's gonna come through.
It's gonna register.
Yeah, it always does. It's on the scale. So
right.
That's what I got out of Barlito's Way. It's still running. Check it out on all social media platforms. I mean, musical platforms. It's still on my social media too. I got it all banging all the way around.
Wherever it's at, go
Barlito's Way, Spotify, Apple, Tidal.
That's right.
Shoot.
Let them know, man.
YouTube. I'm about to. There's gonna be some videos. I was gonna talk about YouTube.
Okay.
I'm about to have some.
Nice.
I'm gonna keep it a little. But it's gonna be fun, man. You know. In the meantime, I'm still, trying to write 16s.
Okay.
Looking into collabing with people. I'm just trying to run what it needs to be and what needs to be done.
Yeah. You just keep building that.
Yeah, dude. It's all love at the end of the day. Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it's about, dude. It's like you said, it's all love, but it's also for the love of it, Like, build that sound that at least you can turn back and say that you appreciated what you did for yourself, right? And then if there's a wave or a movement behind you, then even better, But it's still, coming back to some of the points you were making earlier, it's about just delivering that gift that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I also feel what I did with Barlito's Way, these 5 tracks are all different.
Okay.
That's why it goes back from the title. Obviously, pays kudos to the legend Al Pacino with Carlitos Way.
Carlitos Way, yeah.
Right. But it's 5 different tracks of nothing but fire.
Mm.
And like each one depicts type of different sound. So, you know, I want people to like, if that's what you like,
get you what you like then.
You know what I'm saying? Here's a taste of this. And like,
Right.
maybe it could be just this all by itself with a storyline.
Right.
But I wanted to give people like a jukebox feel of my music.
Okay.
And what I'm capable of. Because sometimes at the end of the day, it does come back to the audience. It's up to them. They are the consumer. And I like doing things for the people. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain sound that they like sometimes, but like you sound different on that sound, which they appreciate more. You know what I'm saying? So
why not?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And it lets me know where I can push my limited stuff. You know, of course, I want to still do some Griselda type of feel. That Derek Jew,
but I think that's the kind of freedom you have as an artist, right?
That's
you
the beauty of
get to do a little bit of
that's
that,
what's up. I like how you
like
did
that Future, and then you can come back and do a bit of Griselda. You know what I mean?
That's being a student of the game.
Yeah.
Like I have to learn the new cat stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm still never gonna forget what I grew up on. I mean, if you talk to me about what I grew up on, I mean, first and foremost, DJ Quick all day. That's my number one. And people ask me that, why is that your number one? Think about what he did mathematically and scientifically with the music. And it's just funky.
Yeah, that fool had some shit
something
going,
for the mood. Let me get your head in the groove. Like his
I think he's underrated a lot,
that's
man.
Why. That's why I like him
West
so
Coast,
much. That's why I love him so much. Excuse me.
I feel like Dre too also like they always give Dre his flowers, and rightly so. But I
think DJ Quick, man, he wrote way more too. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like he wrote his stuff. I mean, he did.
Yeah, he produced and wrote.
Yeah,
like,
it's different.
That's a double.
Dre did have a lot of people write for his stuff, but like,
even produce. A lot of the stuff. He came in and was just like,
he lives to pool. Yeah, and he dissects. That's why they call him the doctor. Yeah, you know?
That's very true. That's very true, man.
But growing up off Tupac, Biggie, Mos Def, Black Thought, MF. Okay. We could get, you know, of course, Snoop. The list goes on, dude, of who's helped me. Like, tell me, like, you can do it, bro. Like, their times were tough too. Yeah. We're in a different age, and it's tough out here too. Everybody sees everything. Yep. You know, like one screw up, and everybody's like, and it's like, dude, it's trial and error out here. Yeah. Like, I love how Kendrick is doing it, J. Cole, like, Logic, Gunna, Young Thug, like, Lil Wayne's still keeping up with all, like, they never gonna do the GOAT like that either, you know what I mean? Like, he's...
The mixtape guy.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Jack Harlow, like, you keep seeing more... Dirk, he's amazing. Yep. Rest in peace to Vaughn, Triple X, rest in peace. Like, we lost a lot of people, Dolph. Yeah. It's just a lot of things that have helped me get to where I need to. And it's them too. You know what I mean? Yeah. We take from the same bubble in this universe and like this whole artistic value. So we all come from different places of life, and people need to understand that's the beauty of the art.
Yeah. That influences the art.
Right.
And it also kind of adds that sweetness to the walk you're on.
Yeah, it does. Because you're not gonna get Kanye anywhere else. You're not gonna get Pharrell.
They're not gonna get Barlow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Be your own self. Be unique. That's it. I mean, there's never gonna be another guru. Gaja, rest in peace, bro. Like, right. We're talking about underground stuff too. Like, people on the stairs, and we've lost a lot of folks.
Local legends,
and people need to understand that too. And this is where I still pay homage to that, because
that's right.
I was new to Lemur. I was new to this whole scene. And I didn't get what that meant, but that community now is like just always. It's not now. It's always been
by just being there, though, and like soaking it up. That. Yeah, you start to learn from the area. Right. You know, it speaks to you.
It's different than what people just see trying to make this dollar figure. Right. That's gonna come. Yeah. But like, there's a different love for the respect of the culture. Yeah. People always respect that more, even if you make your dough, because you're always gonna keep it back to that. Yeah. That shows your character. Like, I understand if you got to leave the hood and it's dangerous and you got to make a better living for you and your folks. Yeah. Hey, kudos to you. Yeah. You know, but come back. Yeah. Show some love. It's hard to have people show love all the time because it's a cold ass world out here. Right. And you don't know what's going to turn that corner one day from you showing love. unfortunately. But it's a risk I'm willing to take because I was put on this earth for that. So
That's right.
I'm okay with that.
That reminds me of a quote I just recently heard. Fortune favors the bold. So it's
Totally okay with that. I think I became
like
I'm trying to
there's
speak.
no risk without that reward, like
I mean, who's gonna stop me besides when it's my time,
when
it's my
your
time.
time to go, it's your time to go. Yeah. That's when it stops. Yeah.
I think if it's funny, right? I'm not fearful of that, but I'm fearful of being on stage and like looking at stuff like that. You know, it's a trip.
That
I
is.
just know because you have to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
That's just to me, it was, if I didn't think of it like that, it would be a liability to myself. I'd be lying to myself. I'm gonna live forever. I have something that can make me live forever. I have music.
Well, maybe see, you just trip me out with that because like I relate to that too. Cause sometimes too, doing this or anything right that involves like stepping in front of a mic or whatever or in front of people. Maybe that fear is reminding you that this is exactly where you're supposed to be.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just telling you like, yeah, you got comfortable where you're at, but now this is that edge of your comfort zone closer to the calling you're supposed to be, laying
that's exactly
out.
what it is.
It's probably being like, yo, it's calling you in versus like calling you out and being like, yo, you ain't shit yet.
Yeah, it's like, dude.
It's like, you ready? This is all you've been training for.
It's like, no, you're gonna fly now.
Yeah,
like,
with
no parachute, dog. Right. You're gonna land in the ocean correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna live through this whole thing, and then you're gonna tell all your friends about it.
That's the scary part.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
that's the trippy. Goddamn, like, because in a perfect universe, you're like, yeah, this is easy. But if life was easy, everybody be doing this. It's like I tell everybody. I mean, everybody think they can rap. Everybody think they can act. Everybody think they can play ball. But there's a level to everything.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Good, you started, I'm the shit. Yeah, think like that. But there's always going to be somebody better.
Yeah.
What I figured out is nobody's going to be better at me than doing me.
Yeah, exactly.
So as long as I keep that in mind, because people are going to throw gambit cards and flame you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
it's just part of life. And it's okay. Especially being in ciphers and stuff like that with people. Like even battle rap, bro. Like kudos to those guys. Like that's a whole nother level.
That's a whole nother
I'm like,
Jesus.
Like I be staying away from that. Like I love rapping.
Yeah.
Like ciphering, cool. But there be some guys you're just like, like you just know.
Yeah.
So if you want to go down that path with them, just be ready to be scorched. There's just levels to it, It's like some people can make hits, and there's people who battle rap.
Oh yeah.
Then there's people that make both.
Yeah.
There's people that just have strictly bars and they have no melodies, not at all.
Yep.
But that's the whole track, and it's just to each his own.
Right. Exactly.
I love that though about this. It's so spread out.
Yeah, because you get to kind of piggyback on that thought. You get specialists in all those areas,
and those
and nobody can fuck with.
They're not even categories. It's one thing of
that
evolution of music.
Yeah, like Black Thought, man, he's also underrated, right? Like Emcee, but I think that motherfucker, like
that guy's a dictionary.
Yo, like amazing,
like
his way of
complete of
managing words and putting them together, man. Like it's just
there's nothing like it.
And then like fabricating a whole fucking story around it. It's like back to like, it's not just rhyming. This dude's rhyming, plus he's in the pocket, plus he's giving you themes, plus he's giving you like dropping gems and wisdom and like freaking seeing through the future type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, and that's the beauty of where we're at, man. Like I'm trying to express that through this, and it's okay to take you where I'm at.
Yes.
Like I'm just telling people, be yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's all right. It's cool. Like I love seeing people try and get to where they gotta get to. That's the story. Because at the end of the day, we trying to get somewhere in life.
That's right.
Like you want to hate your whole energy, keep it over there. I mean, one way or another, you're gonna get proven wrong. I mean, people always hating on Drake and people hate on but you over there listen to his stuff in the background like your goddamn self. And you know what I mean? So I'm just
you over there fronting.
It's just that's life, man.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah,
I came to terms with people not liking my stuff, but
we're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I also like this part though. This is what I tell people when they say, "Oh, I don't like how you do that." what didn't you like? For real.
Yeah.
Like, and people be kind of thrown off by that. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And it's like, well, I'm asking you because you can't just say that you don't like it and don't tell me what you don't like.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't just drop the feedback and say I don't like something without providing some kind of solution.
There's got to be that. Yeah. Like if you just say you don't like it,
you're just complaining.
Yeah, you hate.
You're just complaining, yo. Yeah, exactly.
You hating.
Yeah, straight up.
Give me something to work with, and that's how I know you hating because you don't want to tell me.
Yeah, yo.
Like
facts.
You're not letting me grow, and that's whack. Boom. That's whack on yourself, bro.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It says a lot about you. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, that's like clear observation right there.
It's just that's what we do. My man Faces in the chat. He say, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what's up. Peace up, man. Peace, Face. We out here, man.
Keeping it civil, bro.
Yeah.
Running up.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Nah, bro. This has been an amazing time.
Yeah, man. Thank you for just sharing some time with me and
hanging out.
Yeah, hanging out, dude. Let's talk your music a little more, man. That way it's like letting folks know, like, okay, like, is there it's already out or is there a due date? Like,
it came out April 1st.
Okay, perfect.
Once again, let me run it down. It's on all musical platforms. Let's give them that. All the huge ones: Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. Perfect. I tell people to check out my Spotify stuff a little more, just because of the playlist, and like everybody's got their one, but
there's an issue with all the platforms, man. But I think it's in our best interest to still play that, like. Game of being everywhere, right? It's like that 360 marketing. You got to really do that to be present everywhere, because someone has a preference in one platform versus another. Mm-hmm. And if you're not there, then they're missing out on what the gift you got to offer. You know what I mean? So
it's also like you said, each platform is different, so it incorporates a different way of listening to it too. Yeah, because ones are a little louder on the treble side, a little bassier. So I'm just trying to tap in with everybody.
Yeah, I have friends that send me Apple Music links, and I'm like, I ain't never fucking clicking on that shit, yo. I'm sorry, like I'm just a Spotify.
Yeah, some people
I'm on
use
Spotify,
some people use YouTube Music,
or some people
because there's no ads.
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Like, they still get the video.
Yep.
And that's the trip for them. You know what I mean? So
they're major YouTube heads.
Yeah, they're visual people.
Yep.
Some people just don't want to listen to the track. So I got a little bit for everybody.
Perfect.
Once again. They can find it all on those musical platforms.
Perfect.
At Bartles Got Bars 47 on all social media platforms.
That's right.
Also follow the Mup Clan. I'm gonna say it like this: at MMUPCLAN. Monster Mashup Clan, like the Wu-Tang Clan, but monsters, you know what I mean? But Mup Clan, MMUPCLAN.
I like that acronym, yo.
Well, just
the Mup Clan.
Yeah, just so they know.
It sounds hard.
Yeah. People get it wrong all the time. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like I put it. Well, there's different ways of saying it, but I like saying it Mup, like the Muppets. Shout out to my guy Wonder for coming up with that.
The Muppets. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Now they're coming for your neck.
Animal. That's a Muppet. You know, the little.
I'm telling you, coming at you. Nah, bro. It's just, dude, tapping in. Okay. This wouldn't happen without Merchant Media Productions. That's right. It's a label. Shout out to my OG. You feel me? That's right. Follow him at Merchant Media Productions, and he also has another account at Merchant MP. Dude, we just in it to win it, bro. Like I said, I got the squad.
Yeah.
Beautiful collective of human beings that just want to live this life and
creative, want to get that gift out there. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You gotta have that kind of like team. You know what I mean? Like that's on the same page or vibing with that same vibe.
Nowadays,
you know what I mean?
I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's hard. Like it goes back to what you were saying earlier. You're gonna have those stumbles. People are gonna say they about it, and you get a lot of lip service, or life happens for them, and you just don't have that alignment no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just, if you gotta keep on trucking forward, then that's what it has to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this shit right here is crazy.
Yeah, you may be finding that new group of folks where you're like, yo, this is the tribe now. Like, let's move forward. Everybody has that same or similar vision, and
I'm ended with this one though.
Get it.
There's too many Chiefs and not enough Indians. You feel me?
That's facts. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everybody gotta play their role.
Yeah.
That's how the teamwork
facts.
made the dream work.
That's facts. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody can say what they want to say, but I don't say it like that.
That's a mic dropper right there, y'all.
I love the mic too much. Sometimes I don't want to drop the shirt.
I'm just place it down lightly.
Just right here.
I'm gonna need this for another show.
The little pillow, red pillow.
You rest here, microphone. A little satin pillow for you.
Once again, bro, thank you for having me, man.
I appreciate you, man. For reals, man. It's been a pleasure. You know, like,
I hope
definitely.
we can get the whole clan back.
Like I said, man, this door is a revolving door for you guys, man. Let's get the whole clan. Let's get the Mup clan in here, you know, and get it going.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? I think before we close out, man, you dropped the socials, but if folks want to, like, you know, tap in and really, like, get a chance now that we're kind of out again, we outside again, you know, you got any upcoming shows or anything that you want folks to tap in on it, or you just want to get you those follows and let them tap in?
Everybody knows I be hosting too. I'll be at La Cita every Tuesday.
Okay. Let them know,
If everybody wants to know where that's at, it's on Hill Street, right next to Grand Central Market. I do my hosting gigs. You can tap in for me on the wedding.
Hey.
Quinceañeras. I be getting the boogie down, so let me know. Holla. Once again, the socials it's at Barlow's Got Bars 47 on all social media platforms. Barlito's Way is out on all musical platforms. Go and listen to that. Run them numbers up. Listen to that.
That's right.
You know. Once again, thank you for having me, big dog. Rips in the building.
Man.
Once again, we gonna get everybody in here, but it's nice to handle this with you and, like, really talk some facts, bro. It's been a minute. Having this energy with somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it with my other bros, don't get me wrong, but, like, somebody I don't know at all.
Yeah.
Like, let me just speak the funk. Like, it's dope.
It's perfect, man. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I definitely felt that, you know, the vibe that we got going on here too, man.
I wish I could light one in here, but we'll light one outside later.
We'll light one outside, definitely, yeah.
Studio policy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, seriously. You will get fined if we find out you've been smoking in here. You know, like the eye in the sky. The eye in the sky. That's facts, man. Again, man, I just want to appreciate you, you know, for your time. You know, and really just, you know, letting folks know, like, what's up with, you know, Barlow and Barlito's Way. Barlow's Got Bars, actually, right?
No, it's funny. Look, I'm going to tell you, before we end this, you're not the first person to call me Barlow.
Okay.
I always let people roll with it because I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
It's funny. They're like, what is it? Barlow? Is it? So it's like, when I tell people, I'm like, you can call me what you want. People are like, nah, tell them it's Barlow's, bro. I always get mad at me sometimes. I get used to it. I'm like, look, bro, they're going to hear it again. And then I'll be getting to a point, like I told you, I'm like, all right, it's Barlow's, bro.
Yeah. Nah, dude. Yeah. You got to let them know, too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you guys heard, it's Barlow's Got Bars.
Bars.
Y'all can just call me Barlow's for the short. Yeah. Short and sweet and the thicky.
We get used to that, though, man.
Oh, yeah.
Barlow's Got Bars. Yeah.
Barlow's Got Bars.
Yeah. Man.
We spit them.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're gonna get all those links and make sure that folks are able to, you know, click on them and send them your way as well.
Yeah.
But again, you know, just thank you for your time, dude, and letting them know too, like who the man is behind the mic. You know what I mean? And the bars, you know. So
thank you again, Rips. This has been amazing. Snacks and wraps. I know we don't got snacks, but we about to have some. I got some snacks that we rolled up on, you know?
Yeah, those are the ones we're talking about too, ladies and gentlemen.
Once again, I am Barlow's Got Bars 47 on all social media platforms. That's Barlito's Way is out. A-Fu video is out. Monsters has dropped that too. We running them numbers up. It's above 10K. We need all your help.
There you go.
Tap in. Shout out to Merchan Media.
There you go.
Shout out to Street Rebirth. And once again, shout out to my boy Rips.
That's right, bro.
Couldn't have been done without him.
That's right. We're signing it off, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, man, you heard it from Barlow's Got Bars. This is Rips, your host. Thank you so much, you know, for tuning in to another episode of Snacks and Raps. And make sure to stay tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will be back at you with another episode. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.